Samurai Dynamo. Samurai Dynamo.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Samurai Dynamo,
Hey.
the podcast that takes way too long to intro.
Sometimes.
This is like our third take. So to my to my left is what one of y'all are
Ben.
to my left.
Ben, hello.
Okay, and to my right is
I am Josh.
okay, and I'm Mark.
And to his right.
And we will eventually get better at the intros. So, we've got slightly different format today. Ben's gonna explain it right now.
I am. So usually on Samurai Dynamo we have kind of a broader, more usually a broad one-topic show going where we kind of pick one thing to talk about and we go on and on about it for however long, and it leads into other things. But today it's gonna be a little more organized, and we're gonna break it down into segments. And so episodes like this are going to take place when we just don't have one thing we can talk about or a couple of things we can talk about. So what we've done is we've broken down the episode, and so we're going to talk about some news, recent shows we've been watching, and recent video games and other video game related news, and so on and so forth. And we're just going to kind of talk about these things and fill you in on some new information. Some you may know, some you may not, and we're going to go from there. So first, we're going to jump into this. First, hit the bump. Do it.
I just wanted to say we haven't abandoned the other method of doing this. We've got some topic ideas. Maybe we'll preview them at the end of this thing. But this episode, we're going to try something slightly different. Like Ben said, we're going to cover some news. We're going to cover some, what we've been watching, sort of short, not really a recommendation, more of like a, hey, check this out kind of thing.
Yeah.
So let's get to it.
We're going to jump into it then. Yep. So let's start off with news. So many of you, I'm sure, that are listening have either heard of, watched, or even possibly hate, I don't know, Dragon Ball Z. There is a new movie coming out in April in Japan, but it is now coming out in America with an English dub. Summer 2015, the movie is called Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of... I see what you did there on the teleprompter. My colleagues here thought it'd be funny to put FU and have me read it, and it almost worked, but no, it is called Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F. Mark, I'm gonna
I actually forgot that I did
call
that.
you out on that.
That's
one.
how long that was there.
Yeah. Well, you did it anyway. And so yes, there will be an English dub, and it'll be released across theaters in North America. That is official news released by Funimation, so it's legit.
You should be watching.
Anyway, yeah, you should be watching. It looks pretty cool. What do you guys think of the new movie? Any thoughts? Have you seen trailers or news or whatever?
Vegeta's hair's gonna be blue. That's all I got.
That is
Plus
not
Gold
confirmed.
Frieza.
That is speculation. Gold Frieza, yeah. The Grammy Frieza.
I'm honestly like I don't think I've seen any but like the first few Dragon Ball Z movies. Like I guess like
shame on you.
The Dragon Ball Z movie 5 through 15 or whatever I haven't seen. But just hearing from somebody like this isn't about some Joe Schmo random villain that they made up for the movie. Like this is Frieza coming back to try and settle some old scores, and someone who sort of accepts the fact that he, I sort of liked a couple of the first few seasons of Dragon Ball Z, especially when I was younger, and, I saw it as a bit more of a kid's show. So, I just think, it'd be fun to, a 2-hour movie to see Frieza come back, not some random Saiyan that didn't die, not some, gods, Egyptian gods, something sort of goofy, this seems like, maybe the movie they should have done a long time ago, but still, I actually wouldn't mind seeing this.
Well, I know what we're gonna do this summer, Mark. We're gonna, how we're talking about doing that,
That thing?
watching anime and recording ourselves. Yep, we're gonna marathon these movies, and I'm gonna let you say whatever you want about them.
I'm down.
While I smack you in the back of the head.
Repeatedly.
I honestly...
In the McDonald's.
Like I said, I think maybe the newest, quotation marks around the word new, is I saw Return of Cooler. So I saw when
Okay.
Cooler was like a mech suit, which, off the top of my head, wasn't that like the 4th Dragon Ball Z movie?
I could go look if you wanted me to right now, but I don't think I'm going to.
Okay, yeah, but ballpark, it's around the 4th, and that was sort of when I was forever ago. That was when, like, you know, I think in somewhere in my house there's a VHS of that movie. And as far, I mean, all those movies, the first few I see, they were more just like Goku has one-off adventure for the sake of making money by having a Dragon Ball Z movie.
The thing about the old movies up until Battle of Gods and minus some of like the extended episodes, like episode of Bardock, Father of Goku, and the Trunks movie, minus those, up until this point, none of the movies have actually been written by Akira Toriyama. He might have had some, you know, opinions on them or like say in what happens here and there, but since in Battle of Gods and to Resurrection of F, he's had like full involvement. He's created the story, he's created the characters. So I mean, that's probably why these are going to be better movies than what we've gotten in the past. But you know, all matter of opinion. But so Mark, you want to get us into the next bit of news we have here? Not quite. It's not super recent. None of this is super recent, but it's kind of news that's been on the back burner for many people, and I'm sure haven't heard about it.
Yeah, apparently, the live action Attack on Titan movie, or the company has obtained an English domain name for the film Attack on Titan. The Attack on Titan. Why is it Attack on the Titan?
Who knows? But yes, they've.
Is that a typo?
No, it's not a typo. They have gone with calling the film in English Attack on the Titan, which I guess makes sense. But in my opinion, I feel like it should be it.
Well, maybe they should have made it Attack on the Titans. But I mean, everybody knows it's Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Dumb marketing choice. Who knows?
Mistake.
I mean, what that could mean is that
yeah, what they're speculating
we could be seeing a release in America. Yeah. Is a release in America?
Now, would it be?
It's speculation. I mean, it's not confirmed.
Okay, but if it would, do you think that they would have English subs or English dub?
Well, I mean, they couldn't really dub over unless you like CGI'd their face, which that seems like a lot of work.
I mean, you could dub it.
I don't know.
I mean, there are English voices on Japanese movies and stuff.
I don't know. I don't really know. I mean,
what movie did I watch recently?
I'm not an expert really on.
What's that? I saw The Raid 2 with English voices.
Oh my god, how was that?
I watched it with all of our friends. Justin, Josh, you weren't there. I don't think.
I watched.
It wasn't as fun.
I thought I watched both of them with you guys.
I thought you said you didn't. I guess you did watch it with us. Oh yeah.
Did it have some? I don't remember. Anyway, that was a crazy movie. Wow. Some dude got his head kicked in with a door on them. That was.
I'm gonna use this as an excuse to sort of like attack the fact that they're even making this movie. I just feel like, for me, this seems more like a cash grab. It's like, oh, this got really popular. Let's make a movie. Yeah, I know. I'm attacking the Titan. Like, I like the show, and it's just one of those things where I don't really think changing Attack on Titan into a movie plotline would be very good. Like, I think it's just that, you know, they're gonna cut everything really down so they can fit it in the movie, and yeah, I don't expect much.
And the manga's pretty long now.
Have they ever gotten back to the cellar? Or did they just skip over that?
But we'll get it on. We're total spoiler alerts right now.
That's
total
spoiler
spoiler
that
alerts.
I actually.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever. You have no idea what I've read.
Well, you were asking
so.
for spoilers, and I'm vetoing it.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. You have no idea what I've read.
We're not doing it. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
no more spoilers.
More on Attack on Titan, Josh.
What? Oh. The manga apparently hit the New York Times bestseller list. Well, I guess the manga list. So I don't know what that means.
So good for them. Clap, clap, clap for them.
Clap, 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 clap.
But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you know,
I'm current on the
so
manga,
I've never looked at this list before.
Samurai Dynamo.
Technical difficulties. Na, 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 na,
Yeah,
na,
we'll just
na,
mark
na,
that.
na.
Mark that. I got it. Okay. We were
We're
saying.
back.
Sorry, yeah, we had a technical
Okay, so
difficulty,
where'd I
lost
cut out?
connection, but we're
Where'd I
back.
cut out?
Don't worry about it. I'll find it
wasn't I
and we'll
talking?
figure it out.
Yeah, I was saying that. Wait, do you want to get us back on track, Josh?
I forget where I cut out, so...
You were saying, the last thing I heard was you were saying you'd never actually looked at the
Oh yeah,
list of
I never
New York
seen...
Times
I didn't know
bestseller.
that the New York Times had a manga bestseller list. So I guess...
So this
New York
isn't
Times
like
has gotta stay
everything,
relevant.
This is just the manga.
I guess so.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
Well,
been
this
a
is just
top
like-
seller for a while. It's been killing the... I mean, look around. Like,
Amongst
that's
the
how they're
manga,
making a movie.
but I mean,
they're
it's
making
not
money.
killing books or anything.
What is Monster Musume? That looks cool.
No, what I'm saying is like,
No, don't,
like
alright,
I mean,
don't sidetrack.
Sorry. I
The-
told you I've never looked at this list
the-
before. It just looks... It's good stuff.
Like the newest edition, I guess, of Attack on Titan is beating out the newest edition of Naruto in sales,
Which is...
which is actually pretty impressive. But this is just the manga.
Is Naruto only on 69?
Like, I mean, just the manga list. Like it's not like
No, it's. I think it's 71, I believe, in Japan. Let me double check
okay.
that real quick, just so I can... Let me fact check myself.
69 sounds pretty low. I feel like it's been out longer than that.
No, it's. I believe it's at I
also
believe
an
it's at
inconvenient number.
71 or 72.
Oh, there's a No Game No Life manga. I might have to check that out. Did y'all watch that show? Sidetrack.
That sounds very familiar. What is it?
Yeah, there's
I'm not even gonna attempt to try to explain that show.
It's Josh. There are
No.
currently 72 volumes. Only
And
only
Monster
69 of which have
Musume
been
is-
released in America.
etchy, so I guess that's not at all what I thought it was.
Are you ignoring me? I'm giving you facts.
It's not
No, I heard
super
you.
ecchi. Oh, it kind of is, but it's
Alright.
not like a ton of girls and a ton of guys. Like one guy. It's like
It says themes,
a
edgy,
couple of
harem,
main characters.
Let's.
and
You want to move
supernatural.
on?
It's
to
not
the
really a
next-
harem, though.
Next section.
Okay. It's gonna
I
be
hate to
our.
cut you off.
No
We're
worries.
getting really random over here.
That's fine.
I mean, sometimes that's what happens.
Mark it.
That's kind of our
Yeah,
thing.
let's keep on moving. We can talk about. All right, so the next segment is recent shows that we've all been watching. So
Alright, you want to
kind
start
of-
off?
some of
with
which we've
that?
completed. Yeah. So I guess what we're going to talk about in this though is like, basically some of them we've completed, or some of them we're just getting into. So we're going to give kind of like mini reviews / first impressions and talk about them. So I guess I'll start with some big news for me. It's pretty amazing. I just completed Yu Yu Hakusho a few weeks ago, and it's amazing.
Clap, clap, clap.
It's probably my second favorite show of all time, hands down. Hands down. Anybody here finished it?
I have
That's
not
your
finished
short
it.
List. Dragon Ball Z.
I have seen most of it in the movie. There's a movie, by the way. You should check that out.
Oh, goodness.
I will.
Side note, Ben, we might have
I'm
to do an
getting to it.
episode where I dispute you listing your top shows as Dragon Ball Z and then Yu Yu Hakusho.
And
But
Why is that?
Another
and
time.
Rurouni Kenshin. Don't forget Rurouni Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin's not my top actually,
Like-
but it's very good.
Like
It's really good.
the two most overrated shows from the 90s.
Whoa. I have my
Overrated.
reasons.
I would not say.
I have my reasons, and no, neither one are overrated. But we can argue this. And then
I mean, you
so
might
I've
have
also
better
been watching
reasons
Hunter
than all the
Whoa.
idiots on the internet
Whoa.
that hopefully are watching our podcast. Hi, idiots.
Who are idiots?
It's nothing personal.
Hey,
It's
hey,
wrong.
hey. Rude. Mark, you're going to be the new hated guy on the show. Josh and I are going to
I'm
be the
pretty
fan
sure that was going to
favorites.
happen regardless.
Everybody loves Horatio.
Like, why do you
Whatever.
even podcast with this loser?
Oh man,
You need to
That's
rinse
the
Horatio.
that's not a joke that we can make anymore.
I know it's not, but all right.
Oh no, it no.
And,
I'm just gonna keep calling you Horatio. I don't care.
Yeah, and that
Okay, what can I call you?
which happens to sound like fellatio.
Josh, you know what I'm going to call you?
It
I'm
does.
going
Fellatio
to
is a
call
blowjob.
you... No, never mind. I'm not even going to make that joke. Alright.
All right, Horatio, whatever.
save that one for my back pocket. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, save it. Can I get into my next show that I've been into? That's,
Yeah.
I would like to recommend.
Do whatever,
I was about to say,
whatever
just-
makes you feel happy, Ben.
Hunter
You
x
didn't really
Hunter.
tell us much about
I
Yu Yu
am.
Hakusho. I haven't.
Do you want to know? What do you want to know? It's old. You should know what it's about by now.
Just give me like the. Well, yeah, give me your version of like the summary. Like 'cause you
Got
watched
it.
it fresh.
So,
you know, I don't want to listen to people who
if I were
watched
to
it 10
rec-
years ago.
If I were to recommend it to you, I would tell you that Yu Yu Hakusho is a. Obviously, it's kind of an action-packed shonen, a little bit old school, so from the 90s. Really good characters. It's based around like a spirit detective who, a kid who becomes a spirit detective for basically the ruler of the spirit world, son, Koenma, and he's basically fighting against, the forces of evil, so powerful demons that make their way to Earth, or people trying to combine the demon world and the real world to create chaos and destroy the world. So he's fighting against stuff like that. And then, but it also has like this really nice like comedy element to it, and like kind of like a slice of life element on top of the fighting. So it's not like driven by I wouldn't say it's a shonen and it's action packed. I wouldn't say that's the driving force that makes the show good. There's a lot more to it than that. You know.
Okay.
And that's
maybe I'll have to give
kind
it
of how I would describe
a fresh
it.
chance soon.
Plus, there's Hiei.
I mean, and he is. I mean, all the characters are really cool, and everybody stays relevant throughout the series. It's not like one guy gets all the power.
Kuwabara.
There's no Tristans.
No, I'd say Kuwabara is close to being
No.
a Tristan, but he actually makes
he's not.
sense.
Shut up. He's my favorite character.
Baby
One of them.
dragon.
Back off. Whatever. So I mean,
That's more of like a DVZ. No, that's more like a Yu Yu Hakusho abridged reference. Baby dragon.
Baby dragon.
I'm from Brooklyn. Even though I'm Japanese for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'm sure they didn't have Brooklyn accents in the song.
Well, okay. So that's what you've been watching. Recently we all came across the show, Read or Die. I think.
wait, I didn't get to talk about Hunter X.
Oh, did you want to get into that?
Get back
Because I didn't.
Yes, I wanted to get into that.
Do it. You won't.
I mean,
no
it's
balls.
it's a popular show these days. People are watching it. It's current-ish.
When did it come out?
Is
so
it?
yeah,
I
I've
feel
been
like it's been out
watching-
for forever.
It's been out since 2011, I think, but the manga's still going now. The manga got it's like coming back. I'm pretty sure the manga's running right now.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure.
Has he met his dad yet? Spoilers.
I don't know. I'm not there yet. But
Okay.
first, I'm just giving my first impressions. It's just overall, it's been a good show, and I like the animation style, and it's fun. Just a fun show. That's all I can say about it right now. I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to let the people know that I am digging it, and you should check it out if you get the chance, and you have time to sit down and watch 150 episodes. Josh, take it away.
I've been watching this. Let's see. Okay. Read or Die, or I guess ROD. Because I can only find it as
Oh yeah, that's
ROD.
what. How far did you go?
I made it like halfway through it so far. It's pretty good.
Oh wow, how is it?
It's really good.
Good?
I like
Yeah, I mean,
the
I
characters,
liked
they just
episode
like
one.
make fun of each other, and it's fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna finish that eventually.
So they're like us.
Yeah, but they're all girls, and then they can control paper into crazy things and do stuff. I don't know. It's awesome. I wish I had that magic power.
They're all like the Akatsuki chick.
They're all like, what?
What was that girl's name? Payne's
Kona?
partner. Yeah.
I think her name's Kona.
They all have her
That would
power.
work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, kinda. They can't turn into paper. They can use paper as like weapons and stuff.
Yeah,
I think.
it's very sweet.
Like
Maybe her name's
airplanes.
Conan.
They turned an airplane into a dragon thing.
Yeah, it's Conan.
Paper.
They all have Conan's power from Naruto.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But they don't turn into
So
paper
I definitely
substitution
recommend
feature.
that if you're looking for just like a a really chill anime about some girls who can work magic with paper. Pretty sweet.
That's so chill.
I'm down. Hey, it's good. I can vouch for it. I liked it.
I'm
And then
not disagreeing. I'm
the
not
other
sure if that
one.
show's chill.
what I mean, I've only been watching it when I'm like having me a sit down, and
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to like get into
Like you're not
something
super
too
invested
deep.
in it, chill.
No. Nothing
Does your
too.
lady friend watch it with you?
No, have not watched that.
She
We watched
don't like
Zoids. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we getting that personal
Okay.
on here?
What else?
Getting that personal on here?
I was just wondering.
Mark, what are you
can bring it
typing?
up.
America's basket.
Alright, you're gonna read my addition to my list.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna say something funny, and I was gonna read it out loud.
No. You just read like oh, I want to talk about this.
I got you. No. Other than that, let's see. Oh, Katanagatari is okay.
Gosh,
so it's
that's
like
a nice pronunciation right there.
yeah. Sorry, I have to.
Katanagatari. I can't do it.
Katanagatari.
Katanagatari.
Nailed it. Right on the try. There you go. That's
Nailed it.
pretty sweet.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. First try. Let's see. So this is like 12 episodes. Each one's about an hour long. This main character, I think, is one of my favorites. He really doesn't understand what anything, like, if anything's going on ever. He's been raised on like this deserted island, so he doesn't have get out of here, Ben. This is my paragraph. Damn. Basket nutsack.
Kuroki's basket nutsack? What the heck? Sorry.
Some weird hentai.
Sorry, I'm losing it.
Sorry,
I'm
we
losing
totally
it.
derailed
Like-
you.
No,
Josh.
you're good.
Continue.
I'm
I
sorry,
was laughing at
I'm like sweaty
basket
over here.
nutsack. That was kind of funny.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Well, you've left alone the resurrection of Freezer.
I'm sorry. For those of you,
Oh,
we need to
man.
start like recording our like
I
chats
was-
in the Google Doc.
I was watching somebody play Xenoverse, and their created character was named Refrigerator, and I laughed for a good 5
like
minutes, and it was pretty amazing.
I like that.
Resurrection of Freezer's
I need to
Nutsack.
make.
Is Nutsack going to be a common theme throughout this podcast?
No, it's not gonna be.
Horatio's Nutsack.
No, all right. Get back on topic. Get back to what you're saying.
Okay, so Katanagatari. So basically it's about this guy whose fighting technique is the only one that doesn't use swords, and it's specifically used for breaking your opponent's swords so they can't use it against you.
So he doesn't use swords to break
Yes,
swords?
he uses his hands and his body in general to just break the swords of his opponents. And he's pretty apt
why
at
would his
it.
body be more powerful than a sword?
Well, you have to watch the show. He's kind of a boss.
Damn
He
you,
has an
okay.
iron nutsack.
Where can I watch it?
Where can you watch it? I don't know. I think. Let's see. I don't think Crunchyroll had it.
Is it on Netflix or?
No, I think I just found it online somewhere.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
Yep, you gotta pirate this one, guys.
if you just type in
Remember that.
watch the name of the show. Subbed.
We'll leave some links or something on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on SoundCloud, I'll do what I can. Or if you listening, I apologize.
I'm sure I can find
Well,
it pretty
at least
quickly.
like links to like the Wikipedia page or something, so you sort of know what we're talking about, and then you can find it yourself.
It's
Because we probably shouldn't link like the actual link to like some site that has all the stuff up illegally.
hmm
But there's nothing that prevents you from getting that yourself.
oh Jesus, hiccups. They're so dumb.
So more on Katanagatari?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, like I said, the episodes are an hour long, so just be prepared for that. If you were looking for something
they
to
are? I
just
didn't know that.
watch.
Actually, I think that's what
something
happened. I went to
quickly.
like watch it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is an hour." I can't
Yeah,
watch this.
I thought that it was just the pilot, and then I got further into it, and all the episodes were like that. But I mean,
Yeah.
it gives it enough time to make a decent story, and it's only 12 episodes as well, so it's about the same amount of
Yeah.
time as like a 24 show.
Okay. Word. Well, I'll hopefully get to that eventually. I've got a lot of things on my plate as far as viewing.
Mark, what about you? What are you up to?
But
Besides writing in our prompter.
Yeah, some of these jokes the audience cannot understand. We'll have to avoid that in the future. So I've been watching a bit of a hodgepodge of things, and this is more of a back burner list. A lot of the stuff I haven't been watching like yesterday or anything. But one of the things I finally finished up the show Parasite. It's a anime based off of a manga, a pretty popular one in the 90s, and they finally made an anime of it, and they actually made a live action movie of it. So, just to show you, it's pretty popular, up there with like Attack on Titan and stuff. It's about a sort of a high schooler who gets attacked by this parasite thing, this like sentient parasite that takes over his arm. Basically, there's these parasites that are taking over humans all over the world, and that like eat humans. So like they take over a human body, like take over the brain, and then they are attacking and killing humans. And the one that latches on to the main character fails to take over his brain, and so it just takes over his arm.
Mm-hmm.
And so the show is him, with this sentient parasite that's like trying to, blend in with human society and help the main character, which I forget his name. It's kind of dumb. Hold on one sec. Trying to keep the other parasites away. Oh, Izumi. That's his last name. Shinchika Izumi. I can't pronounce Japanese names. But it's kind of one of those shows that has a weird premise, but it's really well done. So it's like, it's what they do with this weird premise that, so because it's like a coming of age story of this like young man dealing with sort of typical high school problems and sort of becoming more confident and stronger, and dealing with falling in love with someone and personal loss. So it's,
and this is
very
all
much
Parasite, right?
Yeah, it's very much
cool.
a sort of a coming of age, like touching like young man, growing up dealing with all kinds of problems.
That's
and it avoids a lot of high school tropes, so it's not like just this guy with magic powers in high school, like
every other.
It's very much him. It's very focused on him and people's relationship to him, whether it be his parents, this girl that's interested in him. So it's not like a random high school clique that's dealing with crazy stuff. It's pretty focused, and it's really neat, and I definitely recommend people checking it out. Give it an episode or two, see if you like it. I've also recently watched Tokyo Ghoul. This is sort of the thing that I've sort of, for dumb reasons, like stayed away from this show, and I finally gave it a chance, and I really liked it. And the second season, I don't know if the second season is finished yet or it's almost finished. Almost, but I mean, wait a couple of weeks and it should be all out, both seasons. It's actually kind of a similar show to Parasite. It's about a young man who he likes this girl, and the girl turns out to be what's called a ghoul and is gonna kill him. But then like there's like a construction accident and she dies, and then her like ghoul organs get transplanted into the main character's body, so he sort of becomes like a hybrid human ghoul. And a ghoul is basically this like, being a ghoul gives you like superhuman strength and like weird magical powers, but like the government in this universe is trying to kill all the ghouls because ghouls have to eat other humans to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And so so the premise is like he gets sort of picked up by some ghouls that are trying to like not hurt humans and kind of just blend in. So he just sort of gets mixed up in this world where he's got one foot in the ghoul door and one foot in the human door, sort of dealing with this new world he's stumbled upon. Yeah, so it's another one of those shows where, just sort of try to get through, like, people either like super loving it or super hating it, and just, give it 2 episodes and maybe you like it.
I think my thing with it was super gory, like just over the top.
Yeah.
Like gory for the sake of being
yeah,
gory.
like, I mean, I'll watch something like, okay, Django was a good example of that, because it was pretty decent, but I mean, for some reason I got into that, and then Tokyo Ghoul was just dark.
I would say I think it might just be the tone of the first
That
two,
could be,
episode
yeah.
or 2. And once you get going, you sort of get like what they're trying to do with it. And honestly, I haven't been loving season 2 quite as much as season 1, but season 1 was phenomenal, and it's probably worth watching season 2. As far as drop-offs go, it's not like a huge drop-off, but I liked it a lot. Not as much as Parasite. Another show I watched a little bit of is Kuroko's Basketball. I just want to talk about this because this is a show that
basketball?
I had sort of stayed away from the show because I just assumed it was like the basketball version of Crimson Tennis, and I was just like, yeah, this is probably not that good. And it sort of surprised me in how pretty decent it is. I mean, I wouldn't go and say it's like the best show ever, but because it's pretty focused, it's dealing with, just a couple of main characters, like 2 main characters and then their other teammates. And it's pretty much exclusively like their efforts to get better at basketball and win in a basketball tournament. And then, fighting other, getting a little bit of side comic relief. So it's not just some dumb high school show where they're trying to jam every single genre in there. It's, if you like basketball and you like anime, you'll probably like this. It's just sort of a preference show. If you don't like basketball, you're probably not going to like the show. But as far as basketball animes go, it's pretty good. And I think it stays away from, like, this whole Prince of Tennis thing where, like, they're so good at tennis that it's almost like they have the magical power equivalent of tennis abilities. It's still a little goofy, and I don't want to go into super details, but, I thought it was pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 2 other animes I've been watching that I'm not even sure I'd recommend them. I was watching basically two shows about like a high schooler who goes to a school because he has magic powers and like magic swords.
Uh-huh.
They're both the same thing?
They're both pretty similar, and they're just like I don't know how to describe them both right now. One of them's called World Break Aria of Curse for Us Holy Swordsmen, and this one is like people reincarnate, like they'll be like epic heroes from century past or epic superpowered villains or whatever, and they'll reincarnate, and then they'll go to a school that like deals with training them to use them like as like representatives of countries.
Isn't that what Fate
sort of like
was? Fate Zero?
I guess vaguely similar, but this is very like goofy as far as just like I'm not sure they're even trying to be taken seriously because it's just like it's like one of the characters is the main guy character's sister who reincarnated, so they're not like sisters in that universe, but she remembers being his sister, and then she's like in love with him. And then there's another, so it's a little harmless, but it's all harmy, but it's also got like some crazy magic action that's sort of goofy in nature. So it's sort of just if you like anime enough to sort of deal with an anime with a lot of the problems that anime typically has, then you're just something like I know it's gonna be bad and I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I watched another show that's fairly similar to World Break, Absolute Duo, which is basically they have these magic powers and they have to go to like a special school to use them, and it's sort of like everyone has like a weapon that's a representation of their magical self or whatever.
That's kind of cool.
And then they have to like pair up with someone else to like merge their powers, and that's what an absolute duo is. And I guess the story is like the main guy character ends up like unorthodoxly being paired up with a girl, and they have to like share a room, and it's kind of like that weird like the show is very intentional in putting them in awkward situation, but that's the joke, is that like they're getting in these awkward situations, and like I guess this show's a little harmy too. Like I said, I'm not sure I'd like super recommend either of these shows. I just sort of find them entertaining in their own way.
Yeah.
Well, you just finished
Josh, are you alive?
Akame, right?
I did finish Akame too, but that's gonna be a whole.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to do a whole episode on that, so we'll save that.
Okay.
But those are the things that sort of I've been watching independently of y'all.
I'm trying to think. I've been just kind of killing episodes of Hunter X. Yu Hockey Show is just awesome. I don't know. I need to finish like Death Note. I haven't like gotten to the ending of that.
Oh yeah, that could be a whole episode if y'all both watch
Yeah,
it. I've watched it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Well, do y'all want to move into the last category we have here, the last segment?
What is the last segment?
I'm probably
gaming section.
Gaming.
Yep. I'm probably the only one that's been doing any recent gaming here, so I'll be
I mean, I've been
doing
playing
a lot of talking, but
the new Pokemon game. That's all I got.
Oh, you got the new Pokemon game?
Yeah.
I got Smash.
Oh, I picked up Smash as well.
ooh, I have Smash for DS.
Oh,
All
shit.
for the DS. Can we play?
Yeah.
Look at that. We can play some
We
Smash.
can totally play.
Look
it.
at
We're gonna
this.
do that.
We're okay. So, yeah, we talk like almost daily-ish. I think we text, and none of us knew that we had.
Wow.
Well,
No,
I mean,
it is.
I had asked recently, so you did it. You got it recently.
I got it
didn't you,
before I left.
Y'all are
No, I
lame.
thought you
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah. Devlin and I picked it up on the
Anyway.
I
same
thought you
day.
said you couldn't find it. Oh, well, you came back for Christmas
Yeah.
break. I'm thinking like you didn't get it in December. Yeah, I get it now. You got it. Yeah. Hey, that's cool.
Well, we're gonna have to play.
It's pretty
Yes,
fun.
we are. I mean,
Anyway,
It's not really a new game.
yeah, not anymore. But anyway, back on topic back on the more recent game playing. So, first game I'm going to talk about is Xbox PC exclusive Ori and the Blind Forest. It is a 2D fight, not a fight. Wow, I'm an idiot. It's a 2D game, and basically it's kind of like a adventure game, I guess you could say. Like kind of. Here's the way I'd like to describe it to somebody in a few simple words. It's Mario meets Portal meets anime meets Avatar, like the blue ones, blue avatars, meets
neat.
a really cute white version of Stitch that's not Stitch, but he looks cuter than Stitch, and just fuck Stitch. But like imagine the same sort of
This
shaped
is like
creature
the worst,
with
worst
2 arms.
like a worst description of a game ever.
That's just how, if you want to get an image in your head, get that image. Now that you have that
Or you can
image,
just
let me
Google
tell you,
search it.
or you can Google search it.
I know,
Yeah, but no, it's
or
really
you could
good.
try to,
You know what?
jam,
I like
eight
Ben's
digital
painting.
images together.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I'm trying to paint a picture for the people out there, and
His
you know,
abstract collage.
seriously, it's good though. Like, it's a really good game. Like, I haven't beaten it yet. What I like about it is it's a lot of games I've played recently haven't been all that challenging. I feel like, you know, older games, previous generations, games would felt more, maybe because I was younger, I don't know, but games just had this like really challenging aspect to them. I felt like, or at least in more recent games, have just been kind of easy. And this game just like, I don't know, like, it's not that hard, but like it's fun, and it's given me like a struggle. Like I'd be like constantly dying over and over, and I gotta like boom, keep going, and it's fun. You kind of gotta use your head here and there, and it looks. I mean, as far as the graphics look, it's like a hand painted game. It's like one of those kind of styles, and it looks amazing. I mean, it's sweet. And it's got this like simple yet touching storyline sort of going for it.
When
And
you
really,
showed me
like,
the
you kind
trailer,
of immerse yourself into it.
when you showed me the trailer the first
Yeah.
time, I was ready to just ball. Like
Yeah,
the end of that.
you kind of immerse yourself into the world, and like it kind of like, it's not so much as talking in like cutscenes and descriptions. Well, there's a little bit of that going on, but it's more of like you kind of know your role already, and you kind of get what you have to do, and you kind of just get into it yourself, and like, I don't know, that's how I feel about it. And I'm really enjoying the game more so than I've enjoyed like a lot of other games that I've played, specifically on the Xbox One. It's one of the better games, and it's $20, it's cheaper. But yeah, it's for those who haven't played it, it looks awesome and it plays awesome. But so Mark and Josh, you need to get it. And then another game that I've been playing pretty recently is Dragon Ball Z Universe. So a lot of anime fans or Dragon Ball Z fans know that that's been out now for a little while, so well over a month, I guess, or over a month. And in the beginning, it had some of its network issues and some bugs here and there, but overall, it's to me, it's a step in the right direction as far as the Dragon Ball Z franchise. In the past, it had been some of the games have been pretty lackluster and lame, but this is definitely a step in the right direction for the franchise, and there's some things they need to work on with it, some of the spamming aspects, but overall, I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm continuing to go back and play it and enjoy it a lot. So Dragon Ball Z Universe gets the thumbs up for those who haven't played it. Have you guys seen it, given any interest into getting it, or looking at it? What do y'all know about
Xenoverse? I'll definitely pick it up when I know how much I'll have to spend for shit down here. But
yeah,
it looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you could. Yeah, it's.
I just feel like I
really
wouldn't
good.
be interested in the multiplayer aspect. I feel like I'd have fun, like fighting Frieza and stuff.
Really? I feel like the
Really?
multiplayer thing would be awesome.
We'll see what I've never seen another game like it as a Dragon Ball Z game where it's so three-dimensional.
Yeah.
You
Well, I mean, that's kind of what makes
any
it.
direction, teleporting everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's really good, and then the only thing with it, like my only like grievances, I guess, I have with it, or like the beef, is that like the way they've set up certain elements in the fighting system. So you have a Super Saiyan, or like, so if you're Saiyan, you can go Super Saiyan, and it basically acts as a super attack, and what it does is it allows you to basically the main perk it gives you is when you do a super attack, it takes no energy to do it.
Oh, that's
right?
nice.
No, it's not. It's basically an ultimate spamming button. So now you've got kids. What they do is they go in and then they have so you can pick your ultimate attack or your super attack, and there's some that basically lock onto you and you can't get away from them unless you do some really nifty maneuver. And so what happens is you can also boost your stats. So they boost their stats heavily in their super attacks. And so they have these really powerful super attacks, and then they go Super Saiyan, and then they get really far away from you, and then they throw them at you over and over and over, and you die within seconds. And it's a horrible spamming method.
Oh, damn.
It's so lame. They need to either patch it or just do away with it in the next game. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's really freaking annoying. And then, they need to add some stuff to the character creator. It's not limited because you have so many different races and genders, so I'm not going to say it's limited, but, you do see... the things you can add to the characters could be added upon. You could add more features to the face, more hairstyles, maybe change the length. I mean, there's just all the things they could do. But yeah, so like I said, it's a step in the right direction. It's not perfect, but it's really fun, and it's a good game, and I would recommend it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So, yeah, and then other.
I would say I've seen a lot of some multiplayer matches, and it seems really short. Like I think there'd be something it'd be neat if they found a way to make a multiplayer match in Dragon Ball Z Universe be a Call of Duty match where you're talking 8 to 12 minutes. I think that'd be kind of epic to have some elongated.
Have you ever done a fighting game like that? Oh my god.
Well, I mean that'd be more. I'm talking in terms of making me feel like I'm a Dragon Ball Z character. None of the fights are 2-minute lightning rounds, and it seems like that's the entire multiplayer.
I don't know. I mean, for me, usually by the time I'm done with a couple minute fight, I'm pretty exhausted and I'm wanting it to end because it gets pretty stressful.
But isn't that the point? Like,
yeah, but I don't want. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could go on in that setting for 12 minutes at a time. I mean, I'm not knocking the idea. Like, you know, it's something they could try. I would like it, or like
or even like an optional thing. Like,
yeah, no, definitely.
Boost
That'd be
everybody's health up so that you could have that kind of customization. I mean, you could do that again. Like,
Well,
I'm remembering like Star Wars Battlefront. If you wanted to boost like the number of troops to 1,000, you could have like a 45-minute epic battle.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Dice, if you're paying
Yeah, and
attention.
I mean, like, dice, yes. Hear our cries. But I mean, like, no, and I like that. I'm all about adding more features to a game, you know? Like, there would be no downside in adding that as an option, you know what I'm saying? Like, and in previous games, like, you've got, like, Dragon Ball Z game where I've played where there's the most health bars and the games last the longest is, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say Budokai 3. You know, you could add, like, gosh, it was like 5 or 6, 7 different health bars. You know, that made those rounds last a while. So, you know, they've done it, but
and you
in the
could
recent
even
games,
like
it hasn't been.
do neat things where like maybe you do more damage when you're almost dead, to sort of like have those like little,
They have
like,
that. They have
last
that.
bursts of-
Some characters have that. Some characters have those features.
But I think it'd be
depends
more
on what race
noticeable
are,
if you
what-
had like a really long battle.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
But,
my thoughts. I haven't
no, yeah,
played
I
it.
mean,
I've
there's-
only seen gameplay.
Yeah. There's all kinds of things you can do with the game, so, you know, as long as you don't take anything away from Xenoverse and only improve and add, then the next game will be a hit, you know what I mean? So. But and then in other game news, this is not a game that I've played, this is more of just an announcement for those who don't know and are fans of the series. It's kind of, it's been announced for a little while, there's been some Game Informers about it, but Just Cause 3, or Just Cause 3, however you want to say it, will be released late 2015. That's awesome.
Yeah, it looks great.
Just Cause 2 was one of my favorite games, honestly. I go back and play it now. Like, I still play that game. It's so fun. Just such a huge world. And they're talking about doing a lot with the new game. Like, they're not talking about expanding the world because the world's already huge. Like, if you want to drive around it, it takes, like, hours. But, like, they're really, like, focusing on adding so many more things you can do within the game. And just, like, while maintaining their, like, fun, goofy aspects and all the other stuff that they had in some of the previous ones. And it's going to be really sweet. And it looks amazing. So,
Is this
I'm
going
really
to be
excited about that.
multiplayer at all?
Thought I should throw it in. No. And a lot of people are not okay with that. But, I mean, I don't know. It's not a deal breaker for me. But they said they might try and add it later. I don't know how that would work. If they can patch it, I don't know. That way, I'm not 100%, you know.
Well, there was a
on
there's
that
a
kind of
mod
thing.
for the second one, I think, on PC that made it like 6-player multiplayer or something like that. And
that's cool.
it looked insane.
That's fun. Yeah, I mean, you know,
I
they're
have a
talking about
confession to make. I haven't played any of these. Just Cause.
It's,
I mean, you know, they're kind of the
yeah.
sandbox, like Grand Theft Auto kind of, you know, just run around and do stupid shit kind of game. And I mean, it's the kind of game I hop on just to, if I'm bored and I want to kill time. It's so fun, just running around. You can like jump on planes and like attach planes together with like a grappling hook, or like drive tanks or cars or shoot people. I mean, it's whatever you want to do, basically, kind of game.
Yeah, I've seen a little gameplay.
It's a lot of fun. And you know, in my opinion, the second one was kind of ahead of its time. I think they came out in 2008, and it was gorgeous and huge. You know what I mean? Like, let me look. Let's see. 2 release dates. Yeah, okay, 2010, my bad. But still, I mean, that game is sweet. Like, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
You guys there?
Let's see. What else is coming out? Oh, Final Fantasy 15, aka Final Fantasy Boy Band
never played
Edition.
them.
It's gonna be amazing.
Don't attack me, but yeah, I've never played them.
Oh,
Never
Jesus.
played them.
You should take a look at this one, because I think
All
that
right.
you already did.
I said, all right. I mean, I'll go look. Let's see, Final Fantasy
Yeah,
15.
just look
They
up
really made
gameplay.
15 of these.
Because the combat system is not classic Final Fantasy combat
Is it
system.
like a fighting game?
It's more
Is it a fighting
actiony.
game? Is it a fighting game?
No, it's not a fighting game.
Actually, that's good. If it's less dumb than Final Fantasy
It's
13.
oh god, don't even. I do not like Final Fantasy 13 in the slightest. It was pretty, and
Is Final
that was a
Fantasy?
bad.
I liked the story.
I will be that
and
guy who
I wish
crushes
I
down
didn't have to
Final
play the
Fantasy.
game to get the story.
You what?
I would
Is it
love.
open
I
world?
loved the story.
Pretty much.
I would love to watch just the story.
Are all the other
I'm sure
games
that's
open
on
world? I don't
YouTube
know. I've
No,
never
no,
played
this
them.
one's supposed to be just like this. It's
Is there footage
yeah,
of it yet?
yeah,
Final Fantasy 15. Is it an RPG?
yeah. The beta came out with
I
the
wouldn't
recent
mind.
remake of that Vita game that I can't remember. Shit.
Okay,
Okay,
so I'm
why do they
seeing-
call it Final Fantasy if there are
gameplay.
like a ton of them? I
Okay,
feel like
so
there's
the
like
first one was supposed to be the only one, and it was supposed to be the last game that this guy ever made. And then it became a huge
Are you
hit,
kidding me?
and he started making more. The
Okay,
So you
I'm
made
I'm
15.
watching.
So you made
there are
15.
more than 15.
You
Yeah,
kidding me?
because then you have the Tactics Saga stuff, which is fucking
Do all
amazing.
these sell well?
What?
Do all of these games sell well?
Yeah.
Come on,
Wow.
Josh. I'm watching gameplay of this, and I see 4 people dressed in black with
Mhm.
swords.
Yes. That's Final Fantasy.
Is this like a
4 people.
That's what Final Fantasy is.
can you have clothing in other colors?
No, Mark.
Can we all
This
wear
is
white?
the future. We can't.
I thought that are they all
So
in
we
the future?
all
I thought they
wear-
were like.
No. I don't
Casuals
even know
and
when
shit.
this is supposed to be set. I'm pretty well. Okay, so
I do like the absurd hairdos.
yeah, that's also a
and they're fighting like
necessity.
woolly mammoths.
Giant monsters.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't
What do
like
you mean
it.
you don't like it? What don't you like?
I have grown
like
my
it.
hair
What
this
don't you
long,
like?
and it does not look that cool.
I don't like it.
Explain
What's
this to me.
weird? I
What
don't
don't
like
you like?
I don't like the way. I don't like the way he's running around and the camera's being all weird. And I don't like this stupid monster. He's got a glitchy tail, and I don't like the way the game looks. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I wouldn't mind playing it if the progression system isn't like annoying. Like if I didn't have to spend 1,000,000 hours to be decent at this game, I would play it. But I assume that it has a.
They have
long
cars.
progression
They drive
system.
cars in Final Fantasy now.
In that one.
This doesn't seem right.
I like how this guy
Doesn't
has
seem
one
right.
glove.
In when that trailer
why does
came
he have
out
one
with them in
glove?
the car, a lot of people just cut out the car shot and then put it in front of like drive-through windows. It was pretty amazing.
I don't, so
Wait, so
are
does
all
this
the
have a
games open
story?
world like this?
No, just this one's pretty. I think this one's supposed to be pretty open world. Most of the other ones are really I don't want to say they're on rails, but they're pretty directed. I think they
Okay.
really want to push the exploration
is-
thing in this one.
For what
Wait,
purpose,
is this
though?
just a story
Yeah.
game, or is this like an MMO?
No, it's story. It's
Oh, okay. Actually, this looks pretty.
So this is RPG. So you make your
I
character.
don't know
Well,
why I
they're
was
running
thinking
from
it was an
fat
MMO.
buffaloes.
what?
They're running from these. I'm watching this like. This is
This
so
is
weird.
actually pretty
Okay.
cool.
Thank you.
I don't get it. I don't get
All
it.
right, all right. I'm gonna get it, and then we're gonna play, and it'll be a fun time, and we can record it, and that's
Wait,
content.
Josh,
PlayStation?
does this have
Is
co-op?
this only for
No,
PlayStation?
it's coming out for Xbox.
Okay.
Oh, I'll play it. I might have to buy it. It looks decent. It looks way better
Multiplayer?
than
No.
Final Fantasy 13 gameplay.
So it's
No,
All
not.
those
multiplayer.
dinosaurs, they're like in Jurassic Park.
All right. All right, guys. Well, we're kind of coming in on an hour here, so we should probably start wrapping up.
There's a chicken
way
on my lap.
longer.
There's a chicken on my lap. There is a chicken on my lap. Oh my god, it's pecking my dick. Wait, what?
It's giving you
All right,
Horatio.
guys.
Is that what it's doing?
Yeah, it's giving me Horatio. What's
I like how
Take-
these dudes' swords like teleport. They have
Right.
instant transmission swords. This is actually
Horatio likes instant transmission swords. In his mouth. All right. Who's closing today?
I will. Let's see. Okay, so after this wonderful podcast of us finally recording something, I, for the whole time, have been Josh. And my friends
I am Ben, aka
and
the
I
Dragon
have
Baller.
Sorry, Ben. And I have mostly been Mark,
You're-
sometimes Horatio.
You are Horatio now.
Horatio.
This is
Long live
Horatio.
Horatio.
I'm a Shakespeare character, everybody.
All right. Okay. I think
I get
that's.
to make
I
that
think that's
joke.
good.
All right.
Everybody.
This has been Samurai Dynamo.
Shing.
Yeah, stay tuned for the shing.
All right. Bye, guys.
Peace.
Samurai Dynamo.